It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Welcome to the morning show on XL7-TV. I'm Bob Recktenwald. This is Scooter.
Whoop, whoop.
Scott Callies.
How are you this morning?
It's another Monday.
It is. It is. I had a lot of glitches this morning. I don't know what it was, so I just rebooted and started over.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You talking about the computers or your body?
Both. Both. Yeah. I just want to lay back down and start over. No.
I hit the reboot on my body. I'm waiting for it to come back.
I keep hitting that oops button.
Oops. Did you have a good weekend?
I had a good weekend. Yeah, I got some projects done that needed to get done. Not necessarily the ones I was going to work on, but I got some projects done. So it's gratifying to get something done.
Because I was thinking that you were doing one thing when we talked, and then all of a sudden I asked you this morning, and you said no, and I'm thinking,
No, I got on to other projects.
Rabbit.
Yep.
Squirrel.
Yep.
Chipmunk.
Nope, but I had a chance yesterday to work with my dad. He came over and did some projects with me, so
Yeah.
it was a good time.
So Dad came over and did some projects with you? For you?
No, he's
with you.
He's a good gopher.
Is it a good gopher?
Go for this, go for that kind of guy.
Forget it. Let's just go for lunch.
There you go. There you go. I've been there.
Been there?
Forget it. Just go for lunch.
I like that idea. We cut down. Tim came in. My son Tim and my other son Robert came over, and they commenced to tearing down all my Bradford pears in my backyard.
The ones that keep landing on your deck?
Yeah, while we're gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
It only happens while we're gone.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. But they can't have no opportunity to land on the deck again.
They're down.
House.
They're down.
They're down.
They're down and done.
Yeah. Now the cleanup commences.
Yeah, my wife said when she went over, she said Robert and stuff were there, so that was cool.
Kind of wild. Kind of wild. It's time for the morning prayer, brought to you by Roller Funeral Home of Arkansas. 29 locations to serve you, one in Memphis, Tennessee. With all our respect, it's not just their motto, it's the way you'll be treated and the way they do business. Renata Jenkins Byler and her staff all across the state do a wonderful job in your time of need and time of sorrow. And now the morning prayer. Lord, as always, we just thank you for giving us life and giving us things that are more abundant than we deserve. And Lord, we just praise you and thank you for that. Lord, we just pray for the families that have lost loved ones, Lord, and we pray for those that are in the hospital. As this hits close to home for us, my wife's Aunt Lois is in ICU in Springfield, and we just pray that you'll be with the family, the kids, and the grandchildren that are involved in that, and keep them safe as they travel in. And Lord, it's a special need because they just lost their father last week. And Lord, we just pray that you will continue to help them to understand that your timing is the perfect timing and things will be how you need them to be. And Lord, as we always do, we pray for our policemen, our firefighters, our first responders, our EMTs, our doctors, our nurses. Lord, we pray for our school administration. And most of all, we pray for the students as they travel back and forth to school and to sporting events and to do different club happenings. We pray travel mercies upon them. And it's in your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Home of Arkansas, with all our respect. Go check them out. Do some pre-planning. It's probably one of the best things that you can do for your family. They didn't live your life, so they don't know how you want to complete it. If you don't know where they're located here in Mountain Home, go to Highway 5 North past Hospital Drive. Look for the biggest American flag you've probably ever seen. Pull in their driveway. Go talk to them about pre-planning. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Home. And now we're going to get a quick word from the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. You're watching the morning show on XL7-TV. We'll be back in just a moment.
Ever been in a cave before?
It's our first time.
All right.
Where are you going?
I'll see you at the car!
How will we?
The car! Your offer has been accepted. Ever bought a house before?
It's our first time.
All right.
Where are you going?
I'll see you at the closing.
But how will we?
The closing!
You ever feel abandoned?
All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
It's a great commercial.
It is.
Yeah.
It is a really good commercial.
And it's so fitting for a lot of things, and especially the business of real estate. You'll never feel abandoned with the Z-Team. Bob and Linda Zadora, 870-405-0793 is their number. Retiredtoarkansas.net is their website. And each morning they give us a view of the White River. And there it is. A little bit darker today than normal. Sun hasn't quite
Cooperated
with
We'll
us.
go with that.
We'll check this again when we get done with the weather, just to see how much it
You
changes.
can see a little fog on the east side over there on the right side.
What he's talking about is the fog that at the end of the river shot there that is toward the mountain home side. Normally what you'll see on the left-hand side, a little bit dark right now, may not be this dark on your computer screen, is the city of Cotter, which is in Baxter County, Arkansas. And the shot is taken from Marion County right there in the bend of the river. Over to the left is the Rainbow Bridge. Bull Shoals is off to the left as well. Straight ahead is the great state of Missouri. The Witch's Hat Water Tower is the old Cotter Water Tower. Doesn't look like it would be that far away, and it's really not. If you're driving it, it's pretty close. And then the city of Mountain Home is above the fog area. Downtown Cotter has a baseball field, railroad museum, Contractors Trust is down there as well. Just a great little place to be if you want to picnic with your family. But this is God's country, and if you want to take a look at what's available in God's country, go to retiredtoarkansas.net. Go to the MLS listings. There's a brighter shot for you. You can tell that's a live shot for sure because the water is moving on. Pretty cool shot.
Still pretty low, but it's moving.
It is low. Go to retiredtoarkansas.net. Go to the MLS listings. You can click on anything that's available in the area. Check out all those MLS listings. If you see something that catches your eye, you better get on the phone and give the Z-Team a call at 870-405-0793 because it may not be available at this point. Things are still moving pretty
quick.
good.
They're going quick still, yeah.
There's another good shot.
There's that fog I was talking about on that right side.
Mm-hmm. Now, right around that bend is need to go down there sometime. If you can trust it, take a camera and just film that whole bend right there. That's pretty cool. The bluffs get pretty big and pretty sharp. Give Bob and Linda Zadora a call. 870-405-0793 is their phone number. Retiredarkansas.net. Realtors you can recommend to your friends. And I always say they're busy, but never too busy to help you with your realty needs. That's pretty cool, too. Kind of got a little swirl going on there. We better check out some temperatures, or we're going to sit here and look at these pictures all morning. What are we going to do, Scooter?
Look at pictures.
Look at pictures? Yeah, because the weather's not changing much. Temperatures in Mountain Home. Today is 54 right at the moment. Harrison is 57. Batesville is 56. Yellville down to 49. Marshall's down to 46. Salem is 55. Mountain View 46. Calico Rock is 54. West Plains, Missouri 55. Springfield, Missouri 51. Poplar Bluff, Missouri 53. And St. Louis, Missouri is 54. Yeah, of course.
Refreshing. Please wait.
Please hold. Thank you for calling. Please hold. We're going to let it catch up. We're going to back out so we can catch the whole U.S. of A. here. No rain in our area. Some down in the southwest portion of Texas. Looks like it's headed into Mexico and dissipating. Up in Wisconsin, Michigan, up in the lower part of Canada, there around Ottawa and Toronto. Albany, New York is getting a little bit of something, but zoom into our great state here and take a gander, move this over a little bit. Not seeing anything. Are you, Scooter?
Very little maybe at the south, but it's dissipating. It's probably not even hitting ground.
From Rogers to Jonesboro, from Fayetteville to Blytheville, from Fort Smith to Conway to Little Rock, Hot Springs, Pine Bluff, Texarkana, Greenville, Mississippi, South Haven, Mississippi, Bartlett, Tennessee. It's all looking pretty clear. So if you're traveling anywhere in the state of Arkansas, over into Oklahoma, looks like things are going to be pretty clear, safe travel for you as far as rain and storms go. Ian is now a Category 1 hurricane and heading toward Mexico. Cayman Islands are getting some heavy-duty rain. I'll tell you that. Jamaica is as well. You ever been through a hurricane?
No.
I have. It's not a fun thing.
Been through a tornado, but not a hurricane.
Warnings and watches, and then some in Texas. Looks like a dense fog advisory. And then down along the coast there is, whoops.
That'll change color.
That'll make things
Can't
happen.
read it's the top right.
Coastal flood statement down here,
Oh, I thought you were.
right here, top right.
Oh, never mind. I was talking about Tennessee there.
Oh, right here in this edge.
It's the.
Says fire weather watch.
Yeah, I couldn't read the
Same
wording.
as down the peninsula there.
Yeah.
Our 7-day forecast looks like this. Today, sunny, high of 77, low tonight 47. Tomorrow, high of 80, low tomorrow night 49. High on Wednesday is 72, low of 45. Thursday, high of 71, low of 46. And Friday, the high is 75 degrees.
Nice week.
Friday night, low around 48. Saturday, high near 78. Low Saturday night 51, then back high around 81 on Sunday.
Low of 48.
Ooh, it'll be cheery up there on top of them bleachers. Tree pollen, none today, none tomorrow, none on Wednesday. Grass pollen, none today, none tomorrow, none on Wednesday. Ragweed, high today, high tomorrow, high on Wednesday.
Ragweed's here to stay for a little while.
Getting high on Wednesday. Lake levels, Lake Norfolk, 554.19, which is 2.19 feet above full pool. And they are currently generating 1 at this moment. Bull Shoals, lake level 658.22, which is 0.78 below full pool of 659. They are currently generating 2. If you'd like to check out the generation report for yourself, give them a call. 870-431-5311. Listen to their recording. They should be keeping it up to date. You're watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll be back in just a moment.
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to The Morning Show. Little news highlights for you this morning. The Arkansas Department of Transportation reminds all political candidates that are running for office and their supporters that it is unlawful to place campaign signs in the right-of-way. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Me too. If you put a sign in a state right-of-way, it's going to be removed and it can be picked up at the maintenance office on Highway 5 South, but I highly request that you just don't do it. The Arkansas Department of Transportation personnel will remove any campaign signs that are placed right-of-way, and will contact the owners of large billboard signs. Only the small ones are just going to take back to their maintenance office, and you can just come get them there. The state right-of-way along the bypass is anything on the street side of the fence that runs on both sides of the bypass. You can't have anything there. And technically, if you put it on the bypass, it has to be placed on the back side of that fence. You're not really supposed to attach it to the fence and be on the highway side. The Baxter County Library has launched a new online resource called Brain Fuse. Help now. It's a no cost. As long as you have a Baxter County Library card, there's no cost to you. Brain Fuse is one of the nation's leading online tutoring providers, where users receive real-time tutoring from instructors via a proprietary online classroom. Now, that'd be pretty cool.
That is handy.
Pretty neat. Brain Fuse Help Now is an on-demand online e-learning service available where you can interact with live tutors in math, science, reading, writing, and social studies. Expert tutors will help with skills building, 24-hour writing, submitting essays and forms of writing for constructive feedback, and submitting homework questions for guidance. That is pretty cool. The tutoring session can help you and your child develop a study and learning skills helping us set a foundation for a lifetime of success. BrainFuse Help Now e-learning is for all ages and all grade levels, including college, and offers practice tests for PSAT and SAT, ACT, AP, and state standardization tests. Pretty neat. Baxter County Circuit Court Jury Group B panel does not have to report for jury duty today, according to Kanda Reese. The next date will be tomorrow at 9 o'clock. So no jury duty today for Group B, and we'll go from there. The Arkansas Supreme Court on Thursday said voters will decide whether to legalize recreational marijuana by overturning the state's panel's decision to block the measure from the November ballot. What's your thoughts on that, Scooter? Controversial it is.
It is. I'm not getting into that one.
Dang.
I think you're opening a can of worms.
Think it'll be a worm.
Yeah.
A worm can there.
Yeah.
I think either way, no matter how it goes, it's kind of strange.
Yeah.
Robin Wynn wrote the court's ruling. The people will decide whether to approve the proposed amendment in November. Just going to leave it that way. Justice Womack had something to say about it. He said the ballot title is neither complete enough to reveal the scope of proposed amendment nor free of misleading omissions regarding issues of child protection. So there you go. John Thurston, Secretary of State, did not have any comment on the ruling, and they're just going to let it roll. Recreational marijuana is legal in 19 states, legalizing the proposal on the ballot in the fall. Legalization is on the ballot in the fall for North and South Dakota, Missouri, and Maryland, and we'll just let the voters decide what's going to happen with that. So there's your news highlights. For now, let's talk about community events that's going on. The only one that we have right at the moment is the 17th Annual Veterans Appreciation Outreach Picnic, which is October the 1st, which is on a Saturday. It will kick off the opening ceremonies with Star Spangled Banner performed by Leanne Jackson. And then from 11 to 1, performance by Katie Laney Project. The food is provided and served by the Good Samaritan Society. Members of the Naval Junior ROTC program in Mountain Home will be there to serve the meals. If you want some more information about this, go to usveteranoutreach.org or give Dan Hall a call at 870-421-2322. And with that, we'll take a break and we'll be back. You're watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Are you looking for the best barbecue in 2 states?
Holy smokes!
Want the meatiest fall-off-the-bone ribs?
Holy smokes!
The most tender and delicious pulled pork?
Holy smokes!
The tastiest brisket in the Ozarks?
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering is the only place you need to go. Dine in, carry out, and the best food for your next catered event.
Holy smokes!
We're your mountain home for great barbecue cooking.
Holy smokes!
A higher calling for your taste buds.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for Monday morning sports. Busy football Friday night. We had a busy night Friday night. Going to take a trip down to Russellville. Mountain Home fell short against Russellville, 38-28. You know, it makes you wonder how they divided up the 6A when they did it this last go round.
It does. I've always wondered what AAA does and what's in their mind.
You know, it's crazy. You know, they put Benton over in the East, and they've been rolling all their opponents. They've put us in the West, and we're struggling. We really are.
Mm-hmm.
The competition level in the West is just so much greater than what we were used to over in the East, and why they just couldn't leave us in the East, I just don't understand it. Any input?
No, there's no rhyme or reason. They just broke up wrestling. We talked about this the other day,
Mm-hmm.
and made it North and South. They put all your top teams in one side. All except for one. And then so that other team will walk in everybody. When it comes to state time, but it's a mess. I don't understand the rhyme or reason of why they group these and don't group those, and it just doesn't. A lot of it just doesn't make any sense, and you never get a straight answer. So
yeah, here's an example. Benton beat El Dorado, which El Dorado generally has been a good competitive team on the east side. They beat them 56-28.
Okay, that's healthy.
But then you turn around and look at Greenwood beats Van Buren 63-21. It just makes you wonder why the division and how it is. Cabot beats Jonesboro 37-6. It's just a little bit lopsided and
seems like it.
A little crazy. Scores around the area. Like I said, Greenwood beat Van Buren 63-21. Lake Hamilton beat Siloam Springs 41-7. Pulaski Academy beat Little Rock Christian 49-6. And West Memphis beat Sylvan Hills 35-16. Marion beat Greek High Tech 34-8. Little Rock Catholic beat Searcy 42-21. So there are some really good teams in the 6A period. The strong powerhouse teams seem to be over in the 6A West, and we hope that Mountain Home can do something a little different and maybe just stay competitive. That's all we can ask for at this time. Harrison did beat Farmington 21-14, and those are some pretty good scores. Yellville Panthers are now 3-1 after getting beat by Perryville over the week last Friday, 44-6. And later on in the show this morning, we're going to have Coach Jones and Coach Crain join us via VMix. And we're going to talk about that and see what happened on that game. Let's click back over here real quick. Mountain Home Lady Bombers went on a volleyball tournament over in Jonesboro. Lady Bombers made it to the semifinals. They started off their day winning 3 matches in the pool play. They beat Conway, Harrisburg, and Batesville, and made it to the semifinals where they were knocked out after a few matches. They got beat by Cabot to get knocked out of the tournament. Flippin and Salem were both in the same tournament. Flippin did make it to the semifinals as well. And the junior Lady Bombers played in a tournament over in Highland, and they actually won the tournament, and that's pretty exciting for them.
Good job.
The Mountain Home Junior Varsity, the Mountain Home Junior High Varsity and the Junior High Junior Varsity squad both won the tournament on Saturday. In the varsity division for the Junior High Lady Bombers defeated Pocahontas in straight sets 25-24 and 25-22. The Junior Lady Bombers improved their season to 9-5, and that's congratulations to them. And then on the junior varsity side of the junior high tournament, the JV defeated Highland 25-11, and then again 25-11. The JV Junior Bombers are now 5-3 on the year. Both teams will travel to West Memphis West today to compete over there. Do you have your This Week in Bomber Sports on your phone by chance? I do not have mine.
I can look it up real quick.
Okay. There are 3 area fall baseball teams that will be seeing action today, which will be Batesville will travel to Dora, Gainesville will travel to Fordland. They'll play some fall baseball. We're going to be talking baseball here with the ASU Mountain Home Trailblazers coach Spencer Adcock. He'll be our guest this morning at 7:30. We'll be talking about that. You have that?
Yeah, you want me to read it off or hand it to you?
No, you can hand it to me. That'd be fine.
There you go.
This week in Bomber Sports, today we've got tennis conference tournament will start at Russellville today at Arkansas Tech. Girls Golf 5A state tournament is also at Russellville at the Russellville Country Club. Volleyball versus West Memphis West for the 7th, 8th, and 9th grade starting at 4:30 at West Memphis West. High school JV will be traveling to Houston, Missouri. That game will start at 5:30. Tomorrow the tennis conference match will continue. The state tournament for golf will continue. Volleyball will be at home versus Alma with a JV and a varsity match starting at 4:30. I know what you're doing tomorrow night.
Yep, be line judging.
Football tomorrow will be the 7th and 8th grade starting at 6:30. They will be at Jonesboro MacArthur. There will be no sports on Wednesday. Thursday, the 29th, cross country will be at Willow Springs for the 7th and 8th grade starting at 4 o'clock. Volleyball will be hosting on Thursday. They'll be hosting Siloam Springs starting at 4:30 for a junior varsity and varsity match. And also there will be a junior high 9th grade football game against Jonesboro MacArthur. That game starts at 6:30. Friday the 30th will be varsity football against Pulaski Academy here at home, and cross-country Camden invite for high school qualifiers. And then there's a 9th grade volleyball tournament on Saturday the 1st. Already going to be October this week.
I know.
How about that?
It's going quick.
Moving right along.
Yes.
That tennis tournament over in Russellville for the Bombers, they should do fairly well. The tennis team seems to be pulling it together, and that makes it really nice. Want to mention for angling for athletes benefit Buddy Bass tournament set for October 1st from 7 to 3 at the Theodosia Marina and Resort on Lake Bull Shoals. It's a $100 entry fee for a 2-person team. The tournament is limited to 75 boats. Angler must have a valid fishing permit for Arkansas or Missouri to be able to fish out. The payout is 60% of total entries. 5% will go to the Big Bass pot. The tournament will also have a drawing and other giveaways, including a grand prize of a John Deere Z3350 turn mower. For rules and to register, go to somo.org/angling. This will benefit Special Olympics up in Missouri, and they're fishing here in Bull Shoals.
Awesome.
With that said, that'll wrap up Monday morning sports highlights for you. Thanks for joining us. You're watching the morning show on XL7-TV. Can't get it out this morning. XL7-TV will be back with Spencer Adcock. He is the head baseball coach for ASUMH Trailblazers. Be back in just a moment.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Overhead Door, a garage door company that has been with your family from the beginning, through all the ups and downs of life. From the small repairs to making your vision a reality. Overhead Door, your trusted garage door expert since 1921. Be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door service.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. Scrap Daddy's Metals is a full-service scrap recycling center accepting your scrap metals for recycling, paying you top dollar for all of your recyclable metals. They even buy cars and catalytic converters. Give them a call today at 870-424-6120 or visit them at 2821 Highway 5 North in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. This morning we've got the ASU Mountain Home Trailblazers baseball coach Spencer Atkins with us. We want to introduce him to the public. And how are you, sir?
Good.
Where are you from?
Born and raised in Heber Springs, Arkansas.
Heber Springs, Arkansas.
Yep. My grandfather, Harvey Adcock, was a county judge down there in the late 80s and early 90s. And He was born and raised down there. I grew up down there, graduated high school from down there. And
did you ever visit Dale and Dessie's one stop there, just this side of the dam on 5?
I did not.
No, that was my father-in-law's place.
Well, are you talking about over there in just before you get to Concord?
No, right there at Timlin Shoals.
No, I did not.
No. Tumbling Shoals, I guess is what it is. Tumbling Shoals. So you grew up in Heber Springs, played baseball, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Football?
For 2 years, in 7th and 8th grade. I moved over to Heber from Rosebud, so football wasn't ingrained in me, and so I went 7th and 8th grade, and then went all baseball in 9th grade.
What year did you graduate?
2009.
2009.
Yep.
Okay. And where did you go to college?
Crowder College in Neosho, Missouri, and then Arkansas Tech University.
Okay. And played baseball both places?
Yeah, I played baseball both places. Ended up injured at both places, and so I ended up going to Crowder and getting injured, taking a short stint off, and then going to Arkansas Tech, re-injuring, and at that time hung up the cleats. So.
And what's your degree in?
So what?
What is your degree in?
I actually did not completely finish my degree.
Okay.
And so I've got about 144 hours within about 3 different degrees.
Okay.
And so it's interscholastic studies, but I've got a minor in math. I've got a minor in biology. So.
Okay. And what brought you to ASUMH?
I went from coaching in college at Arkansas Tech University to starting my own business in Fayetteville, and did that for 3 years, and almost 3 years, and then my little cousin actually signed with the softball team up here, and I had no idea that it was even nobody. I don't even think anybody around here really knew that it was something that was percolating, and made a few phone calls to see what everything was about. And there's been a lot of junior colleges pop up in the state of Arkansas, and then kind of got my interest a little bit. And after that, I guess a few of those, somebody reached out to me about it, and we kind of bounced back and forth, and ended up getting on the phone with the athletic director. And
who is?
It's Matt. The athletic director is Matt Klinger.
Okay.
And got on the phone with him, then got on the phone with Chancellor, and then it started to kind of feel like something that was going to come together. And like I said, I owned my own business, and then it got real serious after that. And I'd taken the job. I ended up selling my business and moving over here and recruiting 41 players all within about 11 to 12 days.
Married with children?
Married, and have a baby coming in November.
Well, congratulations. Yep. What does your wife do?
My wife's an occupational therapist. She was actually born in Mountain Home, and she's got a lot of family over in the Flippin area.
Okay. So the business that you had in Fayetteville, is it a sports related? Was it a sports related?
Yeah,
business?
sports performance business. It's called Elevation Sports Performance. We specialized in the older athletes. We worked with younger athletes, youth athletes, but for the most part, our specialization was high school, college, professional level athletes.
Doing what?
Built programming, so programming their workouts, programming their throwing programs, programming their hitting programs, whatever their if we got a pitcher in from college, we would build a workout that was cross specific to what they needed to do all year. If we got an infielder in, it was cross specific to what he needed, not just a generic workout that everybody does.
Pretty much just focused around baseball.
Yeah. We, a few times we'd have quarterbacks come in and volleyball players come in, but for the most part, it's just baseball.
What position did you play in baseball?
I was a pitcher.
You were a pitcher?
Yes, sir.
So was your injury old Tommy John's?
It was right there.
By golly. How did that get its name? Do you know?
Yeah, pitcher Tommy John. So, and I guess he just got injured, and I think he was the first. I believe he was the first one that had the surgery, if I'm not mistaken.
Let's talk about your players for a little bit.
Yeah.
When you started your recruiting venture out, you say you recruited 41 players in a short amount of time.
11 days.
The very short amount of time. 41 players is a good number of players to have. What size roster does a JUCO like what Trailblazers are going to be? What size roster do they normally keep?
This 41 is actually relatively low, and it's nice to only have to have 41. There's a lot of junior colleges out here that have 60, 70 players. I mean, really? At least 50. There's some junior colleges even in the state that have upwards of 80 and 90 players.
If you played 9 players at a time, how do you keep the other 50 interested in staying with the sport?
It's hard. It's hard. We've got probably, I think, on our group, without my roster in front of me, I believe we have about 17 true position guys, and then the rest for the most part, the rest of them are pitchers. So to get through a normal college season, you're going to need 15, 16 pitchers. And if coming into the fall, you're going to need 20, 24. There's going to be some natural attrition. There's going to be some guys that get there and just realize this is a lot more work than what they thought it was going to be. Mm-hmm. Our fall season's really tough. A lot of guys don't realize that you can play 14 fall games in the fall. And so you get here, there's 14 games, and they're not just 9-inning games. Those are 18, 21-inning games nonstop. And You know, it
Why
takes.
is that? Why is that?
Because you've got 14. You've only got 14 dates that you can play in the fall.
Okay.
And instead of just doing a nine inning game where you've got, where you don't keep score, you don't keep stats. I mean, internally everybody's keeping score, obviously, but you know, you've just got 9 play dates in the fall, and or 14 play dates in the fall, and we just maximize those dates by going 18, 21 innings, because it goes back to what you said, getting all those guys the reps and getting everybody ready for spring. It's, you know, you're competing when you're competing for a national championship. I promise you, Dave Van Horn over in Fayetteville, he's going to enter squad as much as he can and play outside competition as much as he can. You know, it's hard to sit there and enter squad and scrimmage against each other and get the same reps you're going to get from bringing other people in. So,
one of the questions that's been asked to me, and I don't know the answer for it, and I'm going to ask you: why will the Trailblazers play a fall season this year, and then a spring season after the turn of the year?
Well, so the fall season's effectively practice.
Okay.
I mean, it's our fall season's a lot like your spring, the spring game in football. You know, it's, you know, we call it a fall season. We treat it like a season because anytime we bring outside competition in, I mean, we're gonna be hooked up and ready to go. But like I said, it's effectively just, you know, this is practice reps for the spring, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I said, it's 21 innings. Let's say if we score 5 runs, you know, we had a game 2 weeks ago where, you know, we had a big inning, had 6-7 runs, and, you know, we're going to get through those innings because I have 18 to 20 pitchers that need to pitch, and the other team has 18 to 20 pitchers that need to pitch. We'll flip those innings, and I mean, it's about getting through and getting those reps, getting the at-bats, getting the high school kids caught up to the speed of the game. At our level, the speed of the game is completely different. You know, we have some kids that are 20, 21, 22 years old on our team. You know, we're playing guys that some of these guys are 22, 23 years old. You know, with COVID, it's made it tough. You know, made it tough for some 18 and 19-year-old kids, and so getting them acclimated to the speed of the game is the biggest reason to have is the biggest reason we play so much outside competition.
Let's talk about the 41 that you do have. We've got a couple minutes left here.
Yep.
Where did you recruit them from?
We've got, I think, 5. Philip, Jackson, Logan. You're right. We got 4 from right here around Mountain Home. We got 1 from Yellville, 1 from Mountain Home, or 2 from Mountain Home, and 1 from Flippin. Other than that, I mean, we've got 2 from Puerto Rico. One of those is actually Francisco Lindor's nephew. We've got 1 from Washington State. We've got 1 from Northern California. We've got 1 that moved in here from Delaware, 1 from California, 2 from Kansas, 6 or 7 from Texas, from all over Texas, from Houston, from Fort Worth area, all over the state of Arkansas. You know, it's kids from Fort Smith down to Cossatot, down over in northeast Arkansas. I mean, we've got kids from all over, literally all over the country.
When does your spring season start?
I believe first day of competition could be January 28th or 30th, and then we'll probably start about the second week of February.
And your games will be played at Cooper Park?
Yep.
So that'll be awesome. Coach Spencer Adcock is with us this morning. Arkansas State University Mountain Home Trailblazer Baseball. Coach, we appreciate you taking the time to join us this morning. We'll do this again real quick, and we'll start letting you introduce your players
Absolutely.
to the public.
Thank you so much for having me.
Appreciate you coming out. We'll be back in just a moment.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we're here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders. as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville. Close to Lake Norfolk and a short journey to Jordan County Line Liquor is your destination for all your refreshment needs. They offer the widest variety of all your wines, beers, and liquors with the cleanest atmosphere and the largest selection in the area. Not sure what to get? Ask Jordan County Line Liquor's friendly and knowledgeable staff for an expert recommendation you can't go wrong with. Also, don't forget about the Smoker's Den for all your smoking and accessory needs. That's Jordan County Line Liquor, close to Lake Norfolk, located on Highway 177 in Jordan, Arkansas.
Ever been in a cave before?
It's our first time.
All right.
Where are you going?
I'll see you at the car!
How will we?
The car! Your offer has been accepted. Ever bought a house before?
It's our first time.
All right.
Where are you going?
I'll see you at the closing.
But how will we?
The closing!
It's a
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Now we've got with us via vMix, Coach Steve Jones, the athletic director at Yellville-Summit, Coach Justin Crain, the head Panther football coach. How y'all this morning?
Good. How are you doing? Good.
Not too shabby. Y'all run into a buzzsaw on Friday night.
That's a good way to describe it. They were big and fast, and they were good.
No need to cry over spilt milk. Let's talk about the three victories before we got there. Yellville-Summit started off 3-0 for the season. The first three games were great victories for y'all. It's been a long time since you started out 3-0.
Actually, it's 4-0, Bob.
4-0. Okay.
Yes, 4-0. I'll turn this over to Coach Crain. I want to say one thing, because after the game, our kids were pretty upset, and rightfully so. I understand that, but I try to put things in perspective for them that we were 4-1, and let's not lose sight of that. I'll let Coach Crain talk now.
Right. We started off 4-0, and I think we got a little full of ourselves and needed a humbling, if we got one. It's not the way I wanted it to done.
Your team's got something that I haven't seen in any area team in a long time, and that is they play as a group. Those guys seem to be well bonded, all age groups, all classes. They seem to be well bonded. What do you credit that to, Coach?
Yes, we do a lot of activities during the summer as a team, whether that's going to Cotter Springs, the team after hot practice, or we went down to Water Creek this year, and Mr. Tony Allen fed us down there. We were down there all day, so we do a lot of team activities and team bonding things, and they're just a really close group. And they know that the seniors know that they need the sophomores to win and to help them. So there's no animosity between any group.
Coach Crane's going to sell this a little bit short too, but he really pushes the family idea that we're all. I know we're not blood relatives, although in Marion County a lot of us are, but we're they're a family down there, and you can see that is evident in the way they practice, and kids care about each other, they hold each other accountable, and that's due to our coaching staff really emphasizing that.
And that's a very important thing. These kids have a lot of options these days. It's not like football's the only thing that they could be doing. And in a school your size, Coach Jones, you and I talk about this all the time. If you've got a football player, you got a basketball player, you got a baseball player, you got a track star, they're all the same person in a school y'all size. And for them to put in
that play in the band at halftime in their football uniform.
Oh, is that right?
That's correct.
So that is three of them, four of them.
Yeah.
Wow. That is something that the bigger schools. I'm sorry.
And two golfers.
And two golfers. And those golf seasons was full swing up until Friday, right?
Yes. We've got all that's left is state, I think.
Next Thursday.
Next week.
You know, so those things, you have those athletes that don't have any option but to be multi-sport athletes. Where in the bigger schools, everybody wants to specialize and they want to be the basketball star and they want to be the football star. Over here, we don't have a lot that want to be just the football star. We got all these specializations that go on. To me, that hurts a program.
I think so, 100%.
It does. I've always been the type, you know, I want my skill guys, if they can help Coach Sims in the gym, you know, I basically make them come to the because that just helps their quickness, you know, helps their footwork, helps their hand-eye coordination. They can help Coach Rhodes with baseball. You know, want them to go play baseball, helps hand-eye coordination, helps receivers, skill guys, you know, with catching and doing different things. So, you know, if you can help a sport, I believe you ought to do it. Yeah. And that's, you know, colleges these days are even rare for them to recruit a one-sport athlete these days. From Nick Saban and a bunch of SEC coaches, you know, they want to. Matter of fact, the coach, basketball coach at Michigan State, Tom Izzo, won't recruit any of his kids if they've never played football.
Is that right?
Yeah. It's a big deal. Yes. So I'm a Michigan State fan, by the way.
We try not to too much.
Do what?
We try not to hold that against him too much. We've also got a Chicago Cubs fan over here. It's just,
who is our Cubs fan?
Oh, that'd be Coach Jamie Rhodes. You know, one of the things that we always try to emphasize with kids is that I always say play at least 2 sports. You know, if you can play 3 or 4 and play them well, more power to you, go get it. But play at least 2. It's a different, you know, baseball's a different dynamic than football. Basketball's different than track, and there's a lot out there. You only, Bob, you know this. You only get to be young one time, right?
Absolutely.
Be devoted to work.
Yep, absolutely. Hey, Coach, you had an exciting presentation this past Friday to the girls' track team. Talk about that a moment.
Well, it's, you know, this is a second year in a row we've won state and girls' track. You know, I've been here for 31 years, and I can't remember in this 31 years of coaching here ever winning a state title in anything. You know, we've won several district titles and made the Final Four in a couple of things here and there, but never state champion. And to have 2 back-to-back, and not to mention our boys were also state runner-up. So this was a very big deal for us. We had a presentation at halftime and gave everyone their rings, and I really look forward to and hope that we can three-peat on that. That would be remarkable for a school our size. But we're real proud of that girls' track program and all our track programs. Just keep on keeping.
How did your golf team fare this season?
We district champions.
And they'll go on to state this next week?
And going to state next week, Thursday.
You guys are racking up some championships over there, and that's great. Coach Crain, what do you got coming up Friday night?
We got Melbourne Friday night, and you know, there's no bad teams in our conference. Like I told Dusty Clark from Hootens, talked to him yesterday. You know, I believe all the teams that we play in our conference got, of course, had Perryville Friday night. Got Melbourne coming, Melbourne this Friday night. Then Quitman, then Salem. I believe all 4 of those teams, by the time we play them, could be a top 10 AAA team. You know, all have great athletes, great coaching. You know, so we've got our work cut out for us, but we're going back to work today and installing game plan and you know, getting back at it.
I can imagine after being 4-0 and getting beat on Friday night by Perryville, your players probably took that pretty hard. How long do you let that go on before you say, okay, guys, enough is enough. Let's just go on to the next one?
Done. It's done. I mean, we'll show some corrections today when we get down there, and then it's done. It's put away. We got to get on to Melbourne. They're too good of a team to come and cry about. You know, But I saw something last night or Friday night that was encouraging. You know, when I get into the locker room, I've got 5 or 6 guys in there just crying, you know, bawling. So it means something to them. You know, there was no laughing, joke around. I mean, absolutely nothing. You know, they all, the coach, you know, he warned us. He, you know, told us they were a good team, and you know, we didn't think they were.
Are you playing the Bearcats at Bearcat, or are they coming to Panther Stadium?
We're their homecoming game.
Okay.
So we
You want to go there to upset a homecoming?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And a top 5 team in the state.
Right.
And a top 5 team in the state?
Correct. Last week they were idle. It was their bye week, but going into last week they were ranked 5th. So.
What's your thoughts on a bye week? Do y'all get a bye week?
Well, our bye week this year, the way our conference fell and our conference aligned, our bye week is week 10. So, you know, making the playoffs, that can help. You get an extra week to heal up. You know, they're week 10, and then an extra week to heal up and to prepare for who you think you're going to play. So, yeah, that's something that could help us here in the future.
What's your thought about a bye week in the middle of the season?
Depends on when it happens. You know, if we're rolling, you know, I don't want one. You know, if we've had some injuries, stuff like that, then naturally it would help to heal up.
Coach Jones, what other? Go ahead.
Well, I want to say something about the bye week because it was about, I think it's been about 3 years now that the Arkansas Activities Association introduced what's called Week 0 into high school football. And that's one of the best decisions that's ever been made because it now gives you 11 weeks to play 10 games. And that makes scheduling, it takes a little pressure off of your scheduling. I know my first year as AD, oh my gosh, I called everybody in the tri-state area trying to find a game at one point. And I mean, we would have played the Pittsburgh Steelers if that's all we could have got. We just had so much trouble squeezing it all into, you know, you got to match up with somebody else's off Friday night to get a game. Anyway, I think it worked out really well for us this year. Week 10 break. I like to think and believe we're going to go to the playoffs. So that gives us 2 weeks to prepare for somebody and to heal up and rest up. And I think that's a good thing for us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm excited about that. But I really love this 11 weeks to play 10 games. And if our break was this Friday night, that'd be okay too. We could probably use a little break, but that's okay. I like the way it fell.
Coach Crain, are all your players still healthy?
Well, we'll find out today. I got a couple that I got to check out this morning. A couple that were dinged up Friday night, and I'll look at them this morning, and then we'll get them, you know, the treatment that they need if need be. You know, if they need to see a doctor, we'll get them to a doctor. Dr. Franklin over at Knox Orthopedics, you know, comes to all of our home games, so we appreciate him, and of course we have Ryan out on the sideline, and Miss Micah Layton, who's also a nurse, that are at our ball games. So we appreciate those folks very much.
Coach Jones, real quick, how many other sports have you got going on at this time?
Right now it's football, volleyball, and wrapping up golf.
How's your volleyball team doing?
We are above 500, and we are about 4th in the district right now. We started off kind of rough and have kind of been on an upswing here lately. We have a big game tonight against Conway St. Joseph. That's here at Panther Pavilion. And then a big one tomorrow night versus Cotter at Cotter. So, which is like, I mean, I love playing Cotter because it takes 4 minutes to get over there. That's a big game.
Big crowds go to come to them volleyball games?
You know, pretty good crowds. It's 10 years ago, no. And it's gotten better every year. In fact, and I'm going to brag a little bit, our student section at volleyball is, man, they are loud and proud, and they are intimidating, and it's pretty fun. I mean, they make a lot of noise. And it's mostly football players coming to support the volleyball team.
There you go. Gentlemen, we got to cut you out. We appreciate you joining us this morning. We'll do this again in the near future. Best of luck to you, Coach Crain, on Friday night. Coach Jones, good to see you. You've been watching the morning show on XL7-TV. We'll see you tomorrow.